Que pasa YouTube, 6 for the Hacks here. Got for you guys today, week 11 of the second season of the UCL. And this week, guys, we are facing a fellow North Carolina team. We are facing the Carolina Keldeos, coached by my buddy Jay, YouTube Gamer. Good old Jay. If you guys don't know Jay, his channel link is down in the description. Make sure to go check him out. Now, before I get into the actual team building, I always like to tell a little backstory behind the battles because I feel like it makes it more personal for you guys, and I don't know, I hope you guys kind of like that. But this match is actually happening, or this match already happened, so spoiler alert, this match already happened, but I'm still gonna talk like I don't know what happened. What I mean is I'm gonna tell you guys what I think he's gonna bring, even though I already know what he brought. I'm still gonna say this is what I think is gonna bring, etc, etc, things like that. But yeah, this match already happened, and it was a pretty good match. It should be going up tomorrow at 2 p.m. I'm pretty sure it'll be going up tomorrow, Saturday at 2 p.m. So be on the lookout for that. And yeah, this is going to be a pretty good, interesting matchup. Actually, week 11 in itself is filled with some pretty good matches. But yeah, this match actually happened a few days after my match with Patters last week. So I'm recording this Tuesday, and it happened last week. But this will be uploaded this Tuesday for week 11. So I was not 100% prepared, I felt, going into this battle. And I don't think Jay was either, so I'm not making excuses, but I didn't feel 100% ready going into this match, because normally when it comes to matches, I like to take a couple days and I run calcs. I run like all the different calcs. I run different scenarios in my head that could happen. I run them by Ellis, and that kind of like soothes me and calms me down and puts me in a better mindset for matches. But for this match, like I said, I wasn't 100% prepared. And I don't know if it really shows in the match, but it was a pretty good match. Like I said, should be going up at 2 p.m. But yeah, just keep in mind that I was not 100% prepared going into this game. But regardless though, if you look at Jay's team and you look at my team, he has a Nidoking. Nidoking literally destroys any, and I mean any, combination of 6 that I want to bring. Nidoking pretty much annihilates the Durham Druddigons single-handedly. That is how terrifying Nidoking is going into this match. One huge flaw in Nidoking, however, is that he gives Victini, Shaman, Blastoise if it's not too weakened, Sigilyph, and Terrakion if we decide to bring it. He gives all 5 of those Pokemon a absolute free switch-in and a potential free KO depending on what Jay decides to bring in. So even though Nidoking, yes, is a humongous terrifying threat to us, it is still it has a huge flaw which we can easily exploit, because Jay does not have anything really to deal with the combination of Shaman, Victini, and Blastoise. If you look at his draft, the only real special wall that he has is Heatran, which gets beat by Shaman because we have Earth Power. It gets beat by Blastoise because we can just Scald, Water Pulse, Hydro Pump, even Aura Sphere, and Victini can potentially beat it 1v1 with Brick Break, or I guess Hidden Power Ground, but we're not going to run Hidden Power Ground, but you get what I'm trying to say. Heatran is his only real special wall, so once that gets weakened, well, I guess he could run Suicune as a special wall, but even then, Shaman has Seed Flare. Aura Sphere to especially defensive Suicune is still going to be doing a decent amount of damage. And then Bolt Strike, 2-hit KOs, any variant of Suicune coming from Victini. So I guess Suicune could be specially defensive, but what I'm trying to say is that he can't really deal with a combination of Shaman, Mega Blastoise, and Special Victini, or Mixed Victini, because he doesn't have the sufficient special bulk needed. And his special walls already get beat by those 3 said special attackers. If you guys get what I'm trying to say. So, see, the reason why I say this is because I feel like I don't explain things well enough. I feel like I'm absolutely terrible at explaining things, so please let me know if you guys follow what I say, because like I said, I really feel like I'm bad at explaining things, and I apologize if it comes off the wrong way, I guess. I don't know, but just please let me know, because I've always wondered that, and I still feel like I'm terrible at it, but I'm trying my best. So yeah, we're gonna go with that. English isn't my first language, so bear with me. But yeah, as I was saying, his special walls, which could, I mean, I guess if he brought Cradilly, doesn't matter. I mean, Aura Sphere, I'm pretty sure. I think Aura Sphere does 2 KO, and then Seed Flare with the Spadef drops beats it. Victini beats it with Blue Flare and Brick Break. So yeah, even if you brought Cradilly, it doesn't matter. I don't know why he would bring Dusclops, because it sucks. I don't know why he would bring it. But yeah, Spadef Suicune and Spadef Heatran both get beat by the combination of Shaman, Mega Blastoise, and Victini. But this is what we are bringing this week for our match. Of course, starting off the squad. Actually, fun fact, Mega Blastoise is currently, actually, it'll be number 2. Well, number 1 and number 2 have 17 KOs. But Mega Blastoise has 16 KOs. We are number 3, technically, I guess, yeah, because 1 and 2nd are tied. Or I guess we're second. We're either 2nd or 3rd. But we are currently 2nd or 3rd for the most KOs with the Pokemon because of Mega Blastoise. Oh, I love Mega Blastoise. Guys, it's absolutely amazing. I thought it was not going to be good at all, and it's proven me wrong. I think I've said this like every week, but it's an absolute monster. So yeah, we got good old reliable Tortuga here starting off the squad. We got Vicente the Victini, Evergreen the Shaman. Hey, look at that, the 3 attackers that just break the draft of Jay. Next off, we have Crocodile, then we have Damien, and we kind of have a wild card, and making her debut is Mary the Leafeon. And her set is actually kind of cool, so yeah, we're going to get into her last, obviously, but this is what I think Jay is going to want to bring. This combination of 6 Mons. I could see him maybe not bringing Azelf, so he could maybe run Gramble, potentially. Manectric. Actually, Manectric would be really annoying, especially if it does turn out to be Scarfed, considering that it would be able to outspeed anything that we want to bring, unless we brought a Scarf Zebstrika, which I don't really think we need. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he would want to bring Azelf, because Azelf, if it's a Nasty Plot variant or a Taunt Nasty Plot variant, could be very, very hard for us to deal with. Alongside Nidoking, Azelf and Nidoking are a great special attacking core that, like I said, could be very hard for us to deal with. Azelf, unfortunately, does not have the huge flaw that Nidoking does, but what Azelf is weak to is our Crocodile, which we will be getting into. But yeah, we don't really need any other offensive moves outside of Scald or Aura Sphere, because this hits everything for neutral coverage. We do have enough speed to outspeed couple speed EV'd Suicune. Yeah, so if he's running, if he's not running any speed EVs, sorry. But I don't know, from what Ella said, Jay doesn't tend to run speed creeping EVs, so I'm gonna go off of Ellis and trust him, and we should be able to outspeed Suicune if he is just a standard Crocune variant, because Sub Calm Mind Suicune could actually be a little bit scary. Just a little bit scary. And what I mean by that is that if he does bring Subcom Mine Suicune, then we may have to sack something off to it in order to beat it. But if he decides to bring Rest Talk, that's a little less problematic. It's just going to be a lot more annoying. But it will be easier to beat than Subcom Mind, I think. Because like I said, Subcom Mind could potentially get one certain KO, and then we go from there. If it's if it's Rest Talk, it's probably not going to have Ice Beam, so Evergreen and Mary can easily switch into Suicune and take it 1v1. Borrowing no burns, of course. But yeah, Haze is of course for Calm Mind. Aurasphere should be able to easily 2 KO Suicune if he's not running any special defense investment. As long as he has HP investment and no Spadef investment, then Aurasphere should be able to 2 KO Suicune if we are able to outspeed it before he's able to do anything to us. But yeah, so even if he Subcom Mind, we have Haze. The only sucky thing would be if he burns us with Scald, he could beat us. But as long as he doesn't have any Calm Mind boosts, it should be fine. But yeah, like I said, he doesn't have anything to really safely switch into Blastoise. He could bring Cradily, but Aurasphere I think is a easy 2 KO on that. If not, there's not really anything that he can do to Mary or Evergreen which can beat it 1v1. So yeah, moving down the line, we have good old Vicente, the Victini here, which is awesome. I love Victini. Victini is freaking awesome. So we are going to be running a mixed set here. Even though we don't have that many special attack EVs, the damage output from Blue Flare still does enough damage to the Pokemon that we needed to do damage to be able to 2 KO them or 1-hit KO them. So it's still better to run all these physical attack EVs because we are able to secure a 2 KO on Suicune if it's max defense or max HP. Glaciate is able to 2 KO Gliscor regardless if it's specially defensive or physically defensive. E-Belt is an option over Life Orb, but the damage rolls are a lot better with Life Orb than E-Belt, and I really don't think that Victini is going to be in a position where it's going to need to take any hard-hitting hit, because I'm not going to leave it in on an Azelf. We outspeed Nidoking, we outspeed Suicune, we outspeed Gliscor, we outspeed Heatran, we outspeed Scizor. Absol beats us regardless. Manectric, I guess, if it comes down to it, we can definitely take an attack from Manectric. And actually, one huge problem that I didn't notice, and again because we were not 100% prepared, is that we should not be Naive Nature. I didn't run this by Alice because I didn't think about it until I was actually in the battle. But we should be plus speed minus defense, so we can take a hit from Manectric if need be, or take a Scald better, or take a hit from Heatran better, because we're already going to be taking Bullet Punch. Psyshock is resisted. Sucker Punch again beats us. Play Rough is resisted, so we should have been. What is it? Is it Hasty? Yeah. So we should have been Hasty Nature instead of Naive Nature, but. Regardless, it is what it is. Brick Break does 2 KO Heatran, depending on if he's running defensive E's or not. Actually, yeah, it has a 73% chance to 2 KO, especially defensive Heatran. Regardless, though, he does not have a safe switch into Victini with the proper predictions. Because, like I said, Suicune is easily going to be 2 KO'd. Heatran isn't going to appreciate a Bolt Strike plus Brick Break. Gliscor is going to be fearing Glaciate, which it won't be able to switch into a Blue Flare plus Glaciate. So yeah, Victini is just going to be able to apply a lot of pressure to Jay's team and just break it down. So moving on to the final member of our specially offensive wall breaking core here is Shaman. Now Shaman kind of plays the same role that Nidoking plays for Jay, except that nothing on Jay's team besides Manectric and Azelf switch in to Shaman. that's why I'm really positive that he's going to want to bring Azelf. Again, Azelf plus Nidoking could be a little hard for us to deal with. Gliscor could be a Stealth Rock variant with Taunt to deal with Clefable if for some reason he thinks we're going to bring it. Heatran, I'm pretty sure, is going to be running Shuca Berry, considering the fact that Air Balloon can be easily broken and Shuca Berry can save him in a crucial situation against Shaman potentially. Although I am going to be scouting out and playing around Heatran and scouting for the Shuca Berry. And then Mega Scizor. Mega Scizor, honestly, I don't know what kind of set he would want to bring for that. I mean, if he's offensive like Swords Dance, I highly doubt that Jay is going to be running Swords Dance U-turn. I highly doubt he's going to be running that. So I'm pretty sure he's going to be maybe Defog or a bulky SD variant with like Roost, Bullet Punch, Bug Bite maybe, Baton Pass even, I guess. He could like Baton Pass to Absol maybe, or Gliscor. Knockoff, actually Bullet Punch Knockoff could work, I guess. But yeah, Mega Scizor, I really don't know what kind of set it is, but as long as I don't allow it to set up and Victini isn't too weakened, Mega Scizor should honestly not be too big of a problem. But yeah, back to Shaman. Shaman pretty much plays the role as Nidoking without me having to essentially sack too many things off. If he does bring Azelf, I probably will have to sack something off to it, unless I want to switch Crocodile into an attack. If I know I can live, if I'm at full HP and he brings in Azelf, I should be able to just switch into Crocodile and then Pursuit Trap it and beat it 1v1. So that's going to be really great. So that way I don't have to lose him on. If he brings in Manectric, depending on what kind of set it is, will determine on how I play around it. But yeah, besides giving Azelf and Manectric a free switch in, which honestly does not really hurt me that much, if you really think about it, then there's nothing that Jay can do about Shaman. Earth Power beats Heatran. We have Hidden Power Fire for Mega Scizor. We can just Seed Flare Gliscor, Seed Flare Suicune, Seed Flare. I think the minimum damage to Nidoking from Seed Flare from Life Orb Shaman is actually 100%. I'm not joking. I'm pretty sure it's just 100%. Why am I? Hold on. Yeah, okay. So yeah, we can beat Nidoking. Azelf, we can actually chew a hit from Azelf depending on what kind of set it is. Hitmonlee, we have Seed Flare. Granbull, Seed Flare. Absol, Seed Flare. Cradily, Seed Flare. Manectric, we can chew a hit depending on what kind of set it is. And then Seed Flare, Earth Power, and then Dusclops, Seed Flare, and just beat it. So Shaman pretty much destroys Jay's team single-handedly, which is really great. So I know Shaman is going to be a really important mon in this match, so I will need to preserve it and make sure it doesn't get too weakened, because if Scizor is offensive late game, it could knock me out with a Bullet Punch, which would really suck. But yeah, Shaman is going to be a huge threat going into this battle. We do have enough speed to outspeed Gliscor on Victini and on Shaman. I forgot to mention that for Victini. But yeah, Synthesis is going to be nice so we can recover HP potentially, but besides just being a huge, especially offensive threat, this will also be able to check Suicune and, what else? Actually, I will be able to check Suicune because, again, Calm Mind, Suicune, if it's up Calm Mind, could be a huge issue, and I don't exactly want to try and beat Suicune with Shaman because, for one, it has pressure, for two, we can miss Seed Flare, so that would really suck. But yeah, moving down the line, we have Crocodile, Tranquilo here, the Crocodile, making his return again, rocking a nice choice scarf. I see you wearing that around your neck. It looks nice. It looks nice. But yeah, we have good old Crocodile back with the scarf set. I think literally the only reason that we have this is because of Azelf. Like, Azelf can be a potential huge threat, but so long as we have Crocodile, it's not gonna really be doing much. I mean, I guess he could have Cobra Berry, but if he's Cobra Berry, then we are guaranteed to live any one hit that he wants to go for, so we can knock off, then the following turn knock off again, or pursuit him, we live, then pursuit him again and knock him out. So regardless, we should be able to beat Azelf 1v1. with this Krookodile, meaning it shouldn't be that big of an issue, although we may have to sack something off to it. If it's early on in the game, we can just switch in, chew a hit, make the correct play, predict correctly hopefully, and knock it out. But yeah, a Fire Fang is solely for the Scizor. If it does turn out to be a Swords Dance variant, it will be doing a good chunk of damage. It should be a clean 2-hit KO. This is also guaranteed to outspeed Scarfed Hitmonlee, and I guess he could potentially run Scarf Nidoking, but if he does run Scarf Nidoking, then he won't really be doing too much damage to us, and I think that will be slightly easier to play around. But yeah, Krookodile is just here to mainly deal with Azoth and just kind of chip away at things with Knockoff and Earthquake, really. So moving down the line, we got good old Damien the Druddigon making his return, the mascot of the Durham Druddigons himself. Of course, Jay has a Mega Scizor. You know what Scizor likes to do? Scizor likes to go for U-turn and Bullet Punch. And you know what Damien does. Damien has that nice rough skin. I don't buy him lotion just because I want him to hurt other Pokemon. And then I make sure to polish up them rocks on that helmet and make sure it's perfectly strapped on my boy's head, because rough skin Rocky Helmet will pretty much be able to 100% deal with Mega Scizor. And we can essentially just beat it 1v1, even if it's at +2. Fire Punch, depending on what kind of set he is. Does Fire Punch actually have a chance to knock him out? I don't think so. I think Fire Punch, regardless on what set he is a 2-hit KO. So he won't be able to do too much to us. And the reason why we're not running a Dragon Stab move is because, one, he has Granbull, obviously, and two, if he is sub Calm Mind Suicune, then Dragon Tail, unfortunately, does not phase Substitute. Roar, however, does, which is, again, the other reason why we have Roar as opposed to Dragon Tail. Gunk Shot also was an option to hit Granbull, but I really don't want it just to hit Granbull. If he is Balloon Trend, then this does 100% get walled by it, so that is kind of a downside. But I'm hoping that I won't play myself into that scenario where it is a Balloon Trend against Druddigon. So Druddigon is the ideal Stealth Rocker because his only forms of getting rid of Hazard are Defog on Scizor, and if he does have, actually, I guess Defog Gliscor would be a little bit annoying, but I really don't think he's gonna want to bring Defog. I'm pretty sure he's just gonna want to run Toxic Orb, and from the few matches that I have watched from Jay, he normally does run Toxic Orb, so I'm not worried about that at all. Also, we can chew a hit from Hitmonlee, and then we punish him if he wants to try to Rapid Spin, because again, Rough Skin and Rocky Helmet, and then we can Earthquake it, Dragon Claw, or just spam rocks on it. So yeah, that's pretty much the idea of Druddigon here. And actually, we can chew a couple hits from Heatran. If it's not Balloon Trend, then we can maybe pop a Shucka Berry. We can still do some decent damage to Nidoking if he maybe mispredicts. We can chew hits from Absol, which is going to be really nice. Also, we can take hits from Manectric as well, which is going to be another good thing if he does for some reason want to bring that. Because again, I can see him not bringing Azoth, but I'm pretty sure he is going to want to bring these first 5 Mons here. So moving down the line to the final Pokemon making her debut this week for the Durham Druddigons. She was originally part of the Long Island Reggie-Rockies, but we traded her for good old Farah, our Swallow. Everybody, round of applause, making her debut. We have Mary the Leafeon. Yes, now, I know it may seem odd that we have Leafeon. Now, I told Ellis the same thing. This just seems a little, well, I don't think I told him, but it did seem odd to me, and I think I mentioned it, but you get what I'm trying to say. Yeah, it may seem odd that we have Leafeon, but the cool thing about Leafeon is that she pretty much baits switch-ins to Heatran and to Scizor. And we have Baton Pass. Now, we should be able to outspeed any variant of Heatran bar a Scarf variant. And we can take bullet punchers from Scizor relatively well, and if he doesn't bullet punch, then we can baton pass and assume that he went for an SD, a potential roost, or most likely a U-turn, and baton pass into Damien, and then get off that nice rough skin and Rocky Helmet damage. Also, it would be kind of nice to substitute SD and baton pass a boost to Crocodile late game. So hopefully I will be able to do that. But the good thing about substitute is that we can sub up on Suicune if it wants to switch out. If we switch it in on a Scald and we don't get burned, we can get up a free sub, as he may try to go for another Scald or try to Calm Mind, and then we can maybe SD and then go from there. Leaf Blade, of course, is just our offensive move, and this again gives us another really good check to Suicune, which could be an issue. I think we have enough speed to outspeed Hitmonlee if for some reason he wants to bring it, which means we outspeed Nidoking, and I believe at +2 after rocks, it is a roll to knock him out with Leaf Blade if I'm not mistaken, but it's in our favor regardless. Scald will not be able to break our substitute unless Suicune is especially offensive or he gets up to +1, in which case we can hopefully Swords Dance and then beat it 1v1. If not, then, well, if he burns us, we can just SD again and then hopefully from there beat him 1v1 and go from there. But yeah, Leafeon is mainly here just to be able to gain momentum on those obvious switch-ins into Heatran and or Scizor. So yeah, also maybe we can get up a free sub if he predicts us to switch out with Heatran. Then he could try to get up rocks, we get up a free sub, then we can baton pass to Mega Blastoise, and we have a Mega Blastoise behind a substitute. Do you know how terrifying that would be for Jay? And how hard that would be for him to deal with? The substitute actually does not get broken by a especially defensive Heatran's Lava Plume if baton pass to Mega Blastoise. So really hoping that happens, and really hoping we can get something behind the substitute, and that Mary will make us proud in her debut. But yeah, guys, that is a team that we are bringing this week for the UCL. Hopefully you guys are excited for this. Again, the match should be going up at 2 p.m. tomorrow on Saturday. So yeah, guys, with that being said, let me know what you think I should have brought differently, what you think Jay could potentially bring, and just, yeah, with that being said, I will see you all tomorrow. So thank you all for watching, guys. Later, everybody.